one of my biggest frustrations actually is with buyer's agents. A buyer's agent can really help out a lot and make a big deal, make a big difference in the transaction. When submitting offers on listings, submit an offer with not a pre-qualification letter. Pre-qualification letter really in this industry doesn't mean anything anymore. Pre-approval letter or an approval letter. These are things I look for as a listing agent from the buyer's agent. We will deny offers if there's no pre-approval letter in there submitted with the offer. We wait till we receive that from the buyer's agent. Buyer's agents can educate their clients ahead of time. You know, some short sales take 3, 4, 5 months. So it helps if I'm working with a buyer's agent who has prepared their client when they're submitting an offer. And the contracts in the state of Colorado are constantly changing, the legislation is constantly changing, and that agent has to have the correct contracts, the correct forms. Recently we denied a couple of offers actually on an REO property, not on the short sale. We would have denied it on the short sale as well because the agents, as of July 1st, were using an outdated sales contract in the state of Colorado. So a buyer's agent submitting an offer on a short sale can help the listing agent a lot by being prepared, by using the right contracts, the approval letter, etc., and by preparing their client to be patient with the transaction.
Now, Billy Joe, you work as both a buyer's agent and a seller's agent. What advice can you offer from both perspectives?
Well, I would agree with Ron. I think it's very frustrating as a short sale lister not to receive the proper things from the buyer's agent working with the buyer. So again, you want, if that lister has the disclosures available, you want to use their disclosures. You want to have a copy, you know, of a good pre-qualification letter. If that lister is asking you to pre-qualify or pre-approve with another lender, do it. Don't question it, just do it. It's the reason the lister has a certain procedure that they go through to be successful in getting that short sale to close. And then I think the biggest thing is communication. It's very important to at least communicate weekly whether something is happening on the file or not, so that you keep your seller and buyer engaged in the process. These things take a very long time. Usually, and so you need to provide good updates as the lister to the buyer's agent, and the buyer's agent needs to provide that to the buyer.
Say that it's a selling agent's first short sale. What should they expect? What do they need to know?
Refer it out to me. You know, in fact, Billie refers business to me because she's in Larimer County and I'm in Denver County, so and I help her out as well. We had a transaction last month she was working on. I have contacts at HUD. Which of course we won't name here, but she was hung up with the city attorney's office, and I gave her a contact at HUD, and he took care of it for her. And I mean, short sales, if it's their first transaction, probably 50% of my business right now is actually coming from real estate brokers. I pay out referral fees on everything. A short sale for an inexperienced agent is a good way to shorten your time in the industry. If you are not up to date with the federal laws, the state laws, the contract changes from the DORA, the Division of Real Estate, you're going to find yourself in violation and potentially lose your license. So these are complex transactions. People try to approach them as if they're a general real estate transaction. Billie's done enough. She's been doing them. She's done a lot of short sales. She'll tell you the same thing. They're tough. So for agents that it's their first or second one, that's where a lot of my business actually comes from. They talk to my broker. We have about 150 agents in my office, and my broker says, look, these things are a liability for you. Good way to lose your license. They're a liability for me. I suggest you refer it out to somebody within our company that has experience in doing this.
And if they're trying to break into the short sale market, they need to get the proper training. There is training out there from various sources. They need to go get the training first before they actually try to become a short sale lister. And like Ron said, really what you should do is refer it out to someone who has the experience. It is an extremely risky transaction for you, and your seller that you're trying to help has everything out on the table. And you do not want that person to go to foreclosure, and quite frankly, your first 1, 2, 3 may end up going to foreclosure because you don't know what you're doing.
And this was mentioned in a workshop that Billie and I ran yesterday. We had a representative from the Colorado Division of Real Estate, and he brought up this point. If you're out there promoting yourself as a real estate broker, as a short sale specialist, and you do not have the experience, that's a licensed file. That's misrepresentation. You are misrepresenting yourself. You're not an expert at it if you've done 5. I've done several hundred. I didn't start calling myself an expert at short sales until I passed like the 250 mark in there. So agents that are out there promoting themselves, putting it on their business cards on the back, short sale expert, that they've done 5, 10, 15, that's misrepresentation.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about the realtors out there who do have experience doing short sales? Maybe not 400 or 500, but they've been in the business for a while. What advice can you offer them about working with the lender, when the lender won't communicate?
I guess the key is you have to learn each bank system, and within each bank system it's going to change monthly, weekly, so you have to stay on top of what's happening at that particular bank or servicers, and how they're handling their short sales. So I think the biggest mistake that I see is they just let the files stay there, and they aren't following up on the files on a consistent basis. In my office, we touch each file and make phone calls every 3 days. It doesn't matter if the lender has told us don't call back for 3 weeks. We follow up and make sure that that file is progressing along.
One of the best things real estate brokers that can do is, there's all kinds of workshops out there. We were at a short sale symposium all day yesterday for about 5.5 hours. These workshops they have out there, one little tidbit of information can make a big difference in your industry. Bank of America was at the symposium yesterday. Bank of America now has a website. You can go to their website. It's the first one in the industry that I've ever seen, that I know of. You can go to the Bank of America website. It tells you what to do as far as submitting offers, the process. It educates you. But the website, you submit your short sale through that website, and it's the first conventional one that I've seen. On FHA short sales, you can submit a workout package before you have an offer. Okay, Bank of America told us yesterday during the symposium that they want the homeowner to start getting documentation to them, or the workout package. This is on a conventional loan, which is something different. On a conventional loan, you can get your hardship letter in, your tax returns. You can get prepped now with the new Bank of America system and save a lot of time. That's one of the biggest things we run into on conventional short sales. Generally, in the past, you've always had to wait until you had the property listed and an offer. So Bank of America yesterday was telling us that's no longer the case. We can go to their website now and submit the short sale package ahead of time before. So that's something I've been pushing for in the industry as well. It really, really will help speed up the process and simplify things for us as a real estate broker, homeowner, and buyer's agent. It's an overall benefit. So continuing education is out there too. Brokers have got to go to classes, contract classes, legislation. The notice of election and demand used to be when the property was technically in foreclosure in the state of Colorado. So you have all these laws that kick in after the NED is filed. Okay, there's new legislation now that when a homeowner's 30 days behind, okay, all the legislation that used to kick in now kicks in when that homeowner's 30 days behind. So you've got to stay on top, and the best way to do it is continuing ed classes, symposiums, etc. And the FHA workout program, the federal guidelines on that have changed 3 or 4 times. And I mean, doing short sales is a lot of work. You have to stay on top of all the changes in the industry, and the industry is morphing right now. Like Billy said, it changes every day.
I think one of the other things that's helped me too is the contacts. So once you figure out the system, say like at Bank of America, if you can get some key contacts that you can go to, and you can't go to them in every situation, but when you get hung up, you can say, hey, I need you to take a look at this file, I need you to escalate it. And just don't let files sit there. If it's not moving through at the pace that it's supposed to be moving through, escalate it. Find some higher up to get that file to.